Hey y'all, I am back with a very small video talking about some kid lit that I've read recently. So I'm going to talk about 3 books that I've read recently that I'm going to highly recommend that everyone give your kid if they are a young reader. And young readers, early readers, are the ones that are, you know, like 100 pages. They have the pictures and they have the large text, and like think Sweet Valley High kids, or fairly narrative, but they're easy to follow and they introduce new words and like that. So first we have Teachers versus Aliens versus the Kids. And this one was brilliant as a debut. It is by Steve Williams, and I was so impressed with how Finley, the main character, is not the perfect. He's not brave. He's not like someone that goes and does all the big things. He's just simply trying to get through, and his best friend, of course, is the superhero type, and very different. But they work as a team, and I found that Finley was lovely. I loved his little list. I loved his idea of selling this book. The ending just really made me gape, and I wanted to know more. Again, this is made for, I don't know, like 6 to 8 year olds, but it's really well done. And then I read Maggie Sparkles and the Fang-tastic Fairground. And this one is another early reader, because that's my life right now. And I was just so in love with the fact that Maggie is a spitfire. You know what I mean? Like, she knows what she wants to do. She is that person, and I love it for her. As a girl, I used to love those kind of characters. Like, there's a reason why I prefer Jessica Wakefield over Elizabeth Wakefield, because let me tell you, Elizabeth Wakefield was boring, dull, and bleh. Whereas, Jessica had more to her. She had friends that were exciting. They did things, often not the right things, but they did something, right? And so Maggie has that. Maggie reminds me a little bit of a more exuberant Doc McStuffins, but she's got that feel of enjoying life and enjoying the mysteries and finding and solving stuff like that. And I love that for kids. Exploration and finding your place in the world is very important. And I also loved her best friend Arthur, because they're kind of like the opposite of, by Steve Williams' book, The Aliens one. They're the opposite, because I really appreciate the different shades these 2 books offer that way. And the last one is a little bit older. I would say it's probably young middle grade, so maybe like 9, 10. The characters are about 11, but it reads slightly younger. And in this one, the lead character goes into this space her mom loved growing up, but what we value when we're little does not always maintain when we're older. And, she's living life as the kid of an MLM sales rep. Nothing is ever consistent. She's constantly on the move. They move every 3 or 4 months, if that, to get new leads and create an line and downline and all those kind of things. It's very complicated, and I loved how the book didn't shy away from the toxicity of that, and how, all those go get 'em attitudes don't always work out the way you want them to, or have the desired effect you want them to. I also love the mystery within this one, and like the lead young character's name is Anthony with an I, because it's a girl. And it's because her mom was on a path, and her mom was not going to be deterred from that path. The MLM toxicity. But I find it very interesting to see she doesn't want to go by Tony or Annie or anything. She's Anthony. Like, that's her name. That's who she is. No matter if teachers or anyone can understand if she's a girl or a boy based on name, she doesn't care. She is who she is. And I like that kind of gender defiance of, not submitting to a more feminine name or name that other ones want you to have. The mystery, of course, is there a mermaid in this lake? And the mystery is solved, but Anthony has a lot of things to get over. Like, she doesn't know how to swim, and they live in a cabin at the lake, and there's a lot of miscommunication and untruths from her mom that she has to unravel, and it's just very well done, well written work of those weird years between like being young and being in middle school, that preteen. There's that little area that's often not covered, and I just love the fact that this author covered it. But I'm going to go now. I want you guys to please enjoy these books. I have got more videos coming at some point. I hope you guys have a really good day. I hope you have a good week. I don't know what all I'm going to be doing, but I'm just going to be, running rolled, I guess. Anyway, that's what I do. I run everything. I will talk to you later, and I want you guys to put one kid-lit book that you have read in the past decade that made a mark that did not come from your childhood. So a newer book to you. All right, cool. Bye, guys.